Thank you everybody for purchasing the plans to my new Jigsaw vice attachment. I'm going to show you in this video all around this device so you're completely familiar with what it looks like before you start fabricating it. So as you see, things are color coded. For example, the guide here is colored in orange, so anything that's orange will get welded together, and also anything that is red get welded together. Same for blue and same for green. Okay, so I'll just show you around. The guide, for example, here is two flat bars, one here and one in this end, and a square tube gets welded together. And as you see, there's a notch cut out here, which allows for the blade to be moved in very close to the guide, or the guide moved in close to the blade rather. Okay, and here we see the support arm for the brackets. That's red, so that gets welded together, and it gets welded to the frame, which is also red. I welded here and here and also down here. Okay, so I will show you the frame from underneath. As you see, it's very simple. It's square and it's got two flat bars attached to it, one here and one here, and these are 4mm Allen head screws. That's what I use from Makita. So this is the part that you might need to adjust for your jigsaw. I think DeWalt takes the same, but depending on what you're using, you might need to drill holes in your base plate for your jigsaw, or you might be able to just use the existing holes. For Makita, you can use the existing holes without any trouble at all. So as you see, there's a notch cut out here also in this flat bar, and that's to allow for the blade to move up and down. And also in the back of the frame here, there is another notch cut out, and that's for the jigsaw to be able to sit in there without catching the frame. Okay, now let's move back to the top. Let me take this apart a little bit for you. Okay, let's explode that. Oops. Okay. So these are the bearings, this one and this one, and as you see, there is two bolts run through them. These bolts are 8mm in diameter, but as you might notice, the holes are not the same size. This one is 8mm and this one is 10mm, and the reason I've done that is to allow this bearing to be moved sideways a little bit to allow for the distance between them to be adjusted, because you don't want them to grab the jigsaw blade too tight or too loose. So this allows you to adjust a little bit, which is nice. And then two pieces of flat bar, very simple, get welded together here. I show you all this in the other video, please watch that as well. And I'll also show you how to make this oval hole. Okay, that's very easy too. Now on to the last bit. Oh yeah, let me mention also here on the guide, this is 6mm nut, and it gets welded to the flat bar here, right here. Okay, so now I will show you this last bracket. Okay, as you see, it has 4 pieces of flat bar. Let me see if I can move these out of the way. So there's a couple of 8mm holes here and one on top, and again this nut here is an 8mm nut, and it gets welded to this flat bar and right over the hole, and that's to be able to tighten this bracket on the support arm, which is here. So I hope this is all clear. This is very easy to fabricate, uh, depending on if you have all the tools and all that for cutting these and drilling holes. You should be able to make this in about a day, but take your time. Take your time. You want to do this right. The parts that are you need to use a bit of precision really is this part, because you want it to be snug around the support arm, but you don't want it to be too tight. And again, I'll show you in the video how to do that. And a bit of precision here, not a lot, and the rest of it is pretty easy to make. Just take care with this part here to make sure you get the holes in the right distance. Again, thank you very much for purchasing the plans. I really appreciate it. This will help me make new tools and share them with you. Thank you. This is Saeed. Bye bye.